I know what you're thinking. You can't wait to buy that PlayStation 5 or that Xbox Series X and see what they have to offer you in terms of gameplay, see what the next generation is all about. Obviously, that is a fun thing to do, and that is something that we're all excited to do. But in the meantime, taking a developer's word for it, exactly what you're going to get, is also exciting because it gets you more excited about when the time actually comes, when you're going to be able to play these things and what you're going to be able to experience and what they're implemented into the games, why you should get one to begin with. I just feel like that's an incredible thing and something that more people should probably be talking about. I absolutely love this, and I love talking about it. You know, next generation almost upon us. We're getting more and more information every day, and that is always a good thing. I love doing that. I love talking about it, and you can probably tell the excitement from my voice. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews. Back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. If you guys really want to support the channel, hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it drops. I do multiple pieces of content a day. I'm branching out. I'm doing more reviews. I'm doing a bit of everything. It's a lot of fun right now. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the old subscribers. Thank you to people who maybe don't even subscribe but watch on the regular. You guys are awesome. You help me get through my day. Hopefully I can help you get through your day a little bit as well. You guys are amazing. I'm very appreciative of the support. Anytime you guys want to contact me, at Twitter, at @_Crapgamer, on Xbox Live, MOH Space Crapgamer, on PlayStation Network, just Crapgamer, excuse me. I'll respond to you. I try to respond to everybody. I like talking video games. Even if you don't agree with me, we can have a good conversation. I can guarantee it. So people are always very interested to see that, you know, I'm very easily, I'm very easy to talk to, and I love conversating about games. So anyway, what are we going to get with the PlayStation 5? What are we going to get with the Xbox Series X? Well, we're getting lots of different things. It's a very exciting time. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. So with that being said, I want to talk about, in particular, what some developers are talking about in terms of what we're going to be getting with the PlayStation 5 in this particular instance. It does sound pretty incredible. Again, both these consoles are going to be offering a little bit of different things for each of us. You know, obviously they're going to be very powerful. We're going to get better graphics and stuff like that, hopefully better frame rates. But in this, Quantum Error developer was pretty much explaining exactly what to expect with the DualSense and the Tempest engine, which is going to be used for the game as well. Quantum Error, obviously a PlayStation exclusive game in development at Team Kill Media, is going to release on the PlayStation 5. It is a horror game where you play as firefighters responding, and it definitely looks like it's going to play incredibly well on the next generation PlayStation 5. There was an interview published in the official PlayStation magazine where one of the people who founded the studio was talking about some of the exclusive features and some of the things to expect with the DualSense controller. And again, I would expect a lot of talk about immersion and things like that, because it's the sense is right into the controller's name, right? DualSense. So your senses and things like that. I think that sounds pretty cool, and that's one of the things that I'm very much excited about to get into, and they really kind of break it down on what you can expect, and that's exactly what I like to hear from a developer when it comes down to it, because at the end of the day, that's what it really comes down to, man, what we're going to be getting as consumers. So this is what he had to say, and I quote, "For example, we're going to make every gunshot vibrate the side of the hand that would be holding the handle of the gun. Vibrate the controller dynamically according to where the enemy hits you. We are going to have a player go to doors that have the possibility of backdrop explosions, and characters will place left hand on the door, and if it's hot, the controller will vibrate on the side of the controller to warn the player of an explosion if that door is open." So basically, like kind of like Backdraft. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the movie Backdraft. Your immersion level is just going to be through the roof, and I can imagine that a lot of people hear that and they're very excited about it. And it's not just a PlayStation thing. I know Xbox will be doing some things to help with immersion as well. But again, very exciting time. Quantum Error is also going to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 hardware ray tracing capabilities, as well as the Tempest 3D audio engine, and this is pretty much what they had to say about that as well, which again, I really loved hearing about. The Tempest engine. I wasn't really up to date on what that meant. If you haven't watched any of my earlier videos, obviously the Tempest engine, actually having a dedicated audio chip, really takes a lot of strain off the CPU. so their CPU is going to be able to get a lot more use out of it than what they maybe would have gotten in the past, and that's something that, you know, I think benefits all of us gamers if we want better frame rates and stuff like that. So this is what they had to say about that. The usage of ray tracing with light and shadows and how we can use the darkness and atmosphere goes a long way to impart the feelings in a horror game. It's really hard to put into words, but the atmosphere you can create using ray tracing in the environment with a horror game is so much more intense and realistic. I believe it's going to be a different experience than gamers have ever had. Audio also plays a huge part in bringing on that horror feel and maintaining it throughout a game. We're going to make the player feel like they are actually there in that game, with the sound engulfing them, perceiving the enemy's location and the direction, and making the environments feel alive as you traverse. So they're really hoping that this is a launch game, but it's looking like it's going to come particularly after that. I will link this article that has the interview with it in the description below. If you're new to my channel, if there's a news story, I always link the source in the description below. If it's an opinion piece, well, you don't need a source for that, as it's opinion. If it is something that is just rumor or leak, I always say take it with a grain of salt, even when I can link some of the rumors and stuff like that, just because I don't want people to go, oh, well, CG said this 100% happening. No, you know, I'm always trying to be honest as I can with that. You know, because things can change. Even if you do hear stuff, you know, things can change at the drop of a hat in the industry, and I want people to realize that not everything is as cut and dry as you might think. But again, this does sound incredible. You know, the first thing I kind of thought was horror games, you know, Resident Evils, something like Alien Isolation would be absolutely insane with the DualSense controller. I think something like that would be even more insane if you were able to use like VR with it. Could you imagine VR with the DualSense? You know, just that level of reality, that level of fright would kind of like be there tenfold, and I think that that's something that would really kind of take off and really impress a lot of people. For me personally, that's what I'm looking for when I talk about next generation. What am I looking for? I'm looking for more immersion, less load times, and just a lot more fun with the games. I want to be closer to the games than I've ever been before, and I think that's exactly what we're going to be getting, in particular with the PlayStation 5. But, you know, I'm also going to say that that it's going to be a great situation to be an Xbox Series X owner as well. I think that they're doing a fantastic job with that, and realistically, we're going to keep seeing games that take advantage of all this stuff across the board. Both Microsoft and Sony obviously know what they're doing. For me personally, it's just been so strange that a lot of developers, most of the developers talking, are talking nonstop about the PlayStation 5, whereas the Xbox Series X, it's getting talked about, but it's mostly getting talked about by their own first-party studios and first-party developers. So you have to kind of wonder, hey, is this thing all it's cracked up to be? And I'm sure it is. You know, it's going to be the most powerful console, quote-unquote, ever. But I think what it really comes down to is, will it be able to immerse you the way that the PlayStation 5 does? And that's somewhere where I have my doubts, given the fact that the PlayStation 5 has the better technology with like the solid-state drive. Apparently, it looks like it has the better audio chip. And of course, Sony has some incredible first-party developers that are pretty much untouched. If you think about it, they're pretty much the masters of their craft. And when you look at Microsoft's side, they do a lot of stuff with online and multiplayer pretty good, but they really kind of fail with that first party in terms of being able to put out a great single player game or something AAA in a more photorealistic manner. So hopefully we can get more of that from Sony, more multiplayer from Sony in the next generation, more single player from Microsoft in the next generation, a good mix of each. I really just want to see these companies kind of play off each other and give us the most bang for our buck, because I think that that's really the most important thing when it's concerned. I don't want either one of these companies to go away. I know a lot of people think I hate Xbox. I actually love Xbox. I want to see them flourish. I want to see competition between Xbox and PlayStation. I want to see them go after each other, because it means better deals for us, better games for us, better times for us, better prices for us. And I think that that's something that people like can really benefit from. That's what, you know, everybody kind of wants to see that. So hopefully we see that next generation. Again, the DualSense sounds like it's going to be really an evolution to their controller. It's not the same old thing. They didn't play it safe. Microsoft sort of played it safe, in my opinion. Same basic controller, but just with the share button. So I'm really looking forward to seeing exactly how much, you know, Sony and Microsoft can do to add to the immersion and things like that. So I'm definitely excited by it, and I think that it's going to be a very interesting generation, particularly right at launch, when we get when we get one of those interesting situations where we see what they can do and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely super excited by this. I'm going to link it in the description below. Thank you all so very much for spending some time with me on this video. I always love it when you guys can spare a little bit, give me some feedback, let me know that you guys are doing okay, stay healthy and happy, and all that kind of good stuff. Just, be kind to each other and game on and all that great stuff, because at the end of the day, it's just video games. Life is what's most important. Take care of each other. Rack 'em up. Game on. Have a fantastic day. Peace out. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.